promising these videos about meal planning and budgeting and that sort of stuff, and I haven't delivered. So today I'm just going to show you how I've done my meal planning for the week, and then a few things that I like to do after I tell you what we're going to have. First, let me tell you where I got my supplies. The Dollar Tree, thank you very much. This little calendar is just made out of super thin paper, like this. And then the sheets just kind of tear off. And this time of year is a great time to buy calendars and school supply stuff because they start in August. If you don't get them now, then you kind of have to wait till the first of the year, and then the calendars will start in January. So this is a great time to buy planners because they're made around the school year. And then I just bought this little sheet protector thing that has 3 holes, and I've planned my meals all the way until December 1st. And it has been awesome. It's taken a huge amount of stress off of me just having like a plan. And I also want to recommend checking out a computer program that I should probably do a separate video on, otherwise it could turn into a really long video, called Copy Me That. It is like Pinterest in the sense that you can collect everything, but way better than Pinterest because it organizes all of your recipes. It's just for recipes, so it's not for like home decor, that sort of thing. So it's a recipe collection website, and it's free. What you do, say you're on some website, some blog, and it's taking like 20 minutes to load the recipe because there's 5 zillion ads. I know we've all been there. Well, there's a little button that you add to your taskbar, just like for Pinterest, and you click Copy Me That, and it imports the recipe and a picture of the recipe, all the ingredients, all the instructions. Boom, it's in your collection of recipes, and then you can organize them beyond that. It's smart enough that you can just search for a recipe, and then what you can do is make a meal plan. You just drag and click the recipes that you want into your recipe queue, and then you go for the week and you just put them on the date that you want them. And then another thing that you can do is, so there's a button just to look at your meal plan, so that's how I have all of mine organized, and then you can print the recipes from there. That will also make your shopping lists for you. Not even kidding. So say you want a shopping list for the week, all I have to do is pull up Copy Me That. I go to my meal plan, there's a little shopping cart icon, I click on that, and it imports all of the ingredients for me. And then I can add to them, I can delete some of them if they're things that I already have on hand. So that's the website that I use, copymethat.com, and that has been a lifesaver, huge time saver, and it's really user friendly. There's, a learning curve like with every computer program, but it's just and you can also put it on your phone or like your tablet, because it's an app as well as a website, which I really like because I use my computer more than I use my phone. So what we are having this week, now before I get into this, just so that people don't scream at me, I am not focusing on vegetables and fruits at dinner time. I'm just not. My husband is very particular about the kind of vegetables that he eats. My 2-year-old is learning how to eat vegetables, and so dinner time, when I plan for dinner time, I'm making food that I know that we will all eat and enjoy, and that isn't fast food. So for me, my day up until dinner time is when I'm getting my vegetables in. I usually have a big salad at lunch, usually have some vegetables at dinner, and so don't be alarmed if you're not seeing like 7 servings of vegetables. That's not where I'm trying to get our vegetables in for our family. With that said, I'm still trying to keep all of our recipes balanced so that they're not too high carb or too low carb or too any of this. I just want them to be balanced and tasty and not too many points. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the goal of these recipes. Plus, I want them to be quick and I want them to be easy, and I don't want them to have a lot of ingredients. Because by the time I'm getting to cooking dinner, that's about the amount of mental stamina that I have. So tomorrow we are going to have, this is a recipe that I got from Weight Watchers. They recommend, basically it's hot dogs, but you can get chicken sausages. I like the ones from Trader Joe's. Excuse me. They have all kinds of different ways that you can dress them up. You've probably seen on their website. Super simple. And then I'm going to serve that with some fruit that's in season. We're just going to go to the store and pick out some fruit. And then I'm going to make, there's a skinny version of jalapeno poppers that is made with low-fat cream cheese and then jalapenos. And you can bread them and bake them if you want. I will probably just leave them with the cream cheese and just eat them like that. So we're going to have that on Monday. Tuesday is always leftover day. We're going to have leftovers from today and Monday. So Tuesday we do leftovers. It's the first day that my husband goes back to work, so I don't want to cook that day. Plus, yeah, we always have leftovers. And then Wednesday, we are going to, I usually do a crock pot day for Wednesday. It's the second day in a row that my husband always works. He always works Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so I like to keep dinner like as simple as possible. This is a recipe that I got from one of my bloggers called Blissful and Domestic, and it's just called hot deli ham sandwiches for the crock pot, and it's so easy, but it looked so good. Basically, you take your deli meat, and you can buy however high of a quality is within your budget, but it just says deli ham. And then it has some apple juice and brown sugar and sweet pickle relish, which we'll leave out because neither one of us like relish. Some mustard and paprika. You just put it in your crock pot, and then the ham kind of soaks in the juices, and then you can serve it on rolls. So I'm not buying gluten-free breads right now, so I will just have the ham, and I have leftover Swiss cheese from this week when I made a chicken cordon bleu recipe. So that's how I try to incorporate the ingredients, is I try to space them out. So I knew that I was going to have leftover Swiss cheese from this week, and so I tried to find a recipe that I could use up the rest of the Swiss cheese. There's only 2 adults and my 2-year-old, so your family might be different. You may not have a bunch of leftover things like cheese, but we don't eat Swiss cheese ever. So we're going to use the Swiss cheese with the ham, and then we'll have whatever leftover fruit, and I'll probably have like a salad or something. Maybe my husband will have some chips or pretzels or something with his. So that's the main meal, is the hot deli ham sandwiches, and I'm going to put links to all these recipes in the description box if you want to start following along for our recipes. Now, Thursday is a day that my husband is off, and we usually like to go play that day. So dinner, it's got to be simple again. I got my, oh, here we go. I got my recipes all mixed up. So I went to Pillsbury.com, and surprisingly, they have a lot of really simple recipes. They do involve some more processed ingredients, but there's always ways to find substitutes. If you're not comfortable using a can of cream of whatever mystery soup, totally fine. You can make your own. There's lots of recipes online for people who don't want to have like a canned food item. Totally fine. I don't have a problem using that right now. That's not my mission in life right now, is to avoid things that are one ingredient from a can. So this is a cheesy tomato chicken skillet. It's basically some fresh pasta. I will be buying some rice pasta, some chicken breasts, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 5 tomatoes that you chop up. So if my tomatoes are ripe, I don't think they will be, I'll just use tomatoes from the garden. If not, we'll just grab 5 Roma tomatoes from the grocery store, milk, some fresh basil, and then some mozzarella cheese, and you just make it all in the same pan. So super easy. My husband loves pasta, and it's got all the necessary macros that I'm looking for, some carbs, protein, and fat. So that should be pretty good. I am also making my husband a loaf of homemade French bread, and so he can have some leftover French bread with that as well. Friday will be leftover day. We'll have leftovers from the hot crockpot ham sandwiches. We'll definitely have leftovers from the tomato chicken skillet. And then Saturday, this is a recipe that I have had tucked away for years. I'm just making sure that I'm still recording. I used to have a subscription to Cooking Light, so that's a source that I get a lot of recipes from as well. And this is just called chili corn chip pie. I thought that would be kind of fun. I don't think I've ever made this before, but I've had it tucked away for like 7 years. But I don't usually buy Fritos. Chili corn chip pie kind of sounds like carnival food to me, which I'm down with. Don't get me wrong. I love, carnival food. But I thought it'd be fun just to throw in for a little Tex-Mex. So I won't go over the ingredients because there's a ton. With Cooking Light, all of their ingredients are homemade. There's usually nothing from a can unless it's diced tomatoes. So this does have some diced tomatoes and a little bit of corn chips, but their recipes are always focusing on whole foods, lower calorie. And all of these dinners I have found end up being between 8 points to 12 points plus. So there are definitely ways that you could even slim these down using fat-free dairy products, fat-free sour cream, fat-free cream of chicken soup. Make your own cream of chicken soup, fat-free cheese, fat-free sour cream. You probably, if you're a Weight Watchers fan, you probably already know how to slim down a recipe and make it less points. Now, Sunday, I am trying a gluten-free buffalo chicken casserole. It's basically gluten-free pasta mixed with some cream cheese and hot sauce and cooked chicken breasts, and then a bunch of spices and some cheese on top. It does call for blue cheese, which sounds delicious, but being pregnant, I can't have blue cheese. It's actually kind of hard to find blue cheese that I trust that's made with pasteurized milk and safe for pregnant ladies to eat. So I'm just going to avoid that. Plus my husband won't like it. So that was also off of Pillsbury.com. It does call to be topped with crushed potato chips, but that sounds disgusting to me. Plus potato chips are super high in points. So I'll just avoid the potato chips, and it'll just be kind of like a cream cheesy, hot saucy chicken thing, and then our carb will be from the pasta. And then, like I said, I'll usually have a vegetable like a salad or something with mine. And so that's my recipes for the week. So I'm only cooking Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday for the week, and then I'll always cook on Sunday. So I usually leave 2 to 3 days open so that we can have leftovers, and that works really well for us. My husband will take leftovers to work. Okay, good, I'm still recording. He'll take leftovers for work, and then I'll eat the leftovers sometimes for lunch. Usually the things that I've been making for dinner are like the highest point things, so I'll usually just try to have a salad for lunch and let him take the leftovers. So a lot of times I'm cutting recipes in half just because there's only 2 adults here, and he is also on maintenance mode. He reached his goal weight, so he's on maintenance mode for Weight Watchers, so he's trying not to go crazy as well. So that is my meal plan for the week, and yeah, check out Copy Me That if you're looking to get into meal planning. And then just the other tip that I recommend, like the hot dog buns for Monday, those leftover buns will be used when we have our hot ham sandwiches. So those things will be used. And then the cream cheese, I'll use a little bit for the stuffed jalapenos, and then I'll use the rest on Sunday for the buffalo chicken casserole. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully that helped. And I'll try to, if you like these videos, let me know. And then every Sunday I can sit down and show you my meal plan. So see you next time. Bye.